So the new wheels and tires are there. If you weren't aware, these are 15-inch wheels with 7-inch offset, or 7-inch width with a 15 offset. They're running 235.75. 235.75. We're gonna go with definitely a wider setup and taller. For real quick, for lug nuts, I'm just running SR48 MOTEGIs that I got on Amazon. It'll be linked in the description. And for the wheels, we're doing MOTEGIs 17/8, I believe, or 8.5. I can't remember, with a 0 offset. And we're running a what is considered a 31-inch tire, or a 265/70/17. Now, the biggest question is going to be, is it going to clear the front? I'm sure it's going to clear the back, but will it clear the front? On stock suspension. This is stock suspension. To get the center cap off, if you're wondering, I just use a flathead screwdriver. Kind of get a, there is a, like a tab you can put it in, and then you just kind of twist and it'll come off. So if you're confused on how these center caps work, that's pretty much it. This will give you clearance so you can take off the lug nuts easier. If you leave this on, you'll have a problem with trying to get those lug nuts off. Whoa. And yes, there was one missing. Oh well. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. So far it's looking good. For these particular wheels, the hole for the lug nuts is really thin or really small, so you can't really get a thick socket on there. So MOTEGI offers this really thin wall one that fits just right. We haven't torqued him yet, we will, but we're gonna drop it and then he's gonna turn the wheel and we're gonna see if there's any clearance issues. Well, from it being dropped, everything looks like it's good. There might be a clearance issue with turning the wheel here, possibly. Maybe in the front. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of room here. Nothing's touching in the back. Everything is good from this front. All right, let's see the back here. Like this bolt and this plastic is touching, which is fine. I'm going to remove these because I'm going to get something new. I'm actually going to get a new step piece, but everything here looks good. We might have to trim this plastic a little bit, but on the back everything's good. So these are 10 mil bolts. Just going to take these off. I'm not going to keep or replace or put this back, just because I don't care for it. It's like a mud card that's built into the side step. I'm gonna get a different side step. I don't like chrome, so that's gonna go. And with the replacement, it's not gonna have this, and I don't care for it. However, I am gonna get the stock style wide body, so it covers these wheels. They don't really poke. I could probably get away with this, but it is a law that you can't run wheels that are wider than your fenders. They don't really poke, but I think we agree that the wide body look is gonna look good, so screw it. And we're just ripping this off, dude. Say fuck it.
Do it.
Just say screw it.
Rip it off.
All right, screw it.
Muscle it.
Let's muscle it off.
Come on. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, they were bolts.
On other bolts?
Yeah, so they're tabs, but they're bolts underneath here. Oh well, who cares?
Sweet.
All right, so we got a little bit of more clearance here. The bolt no longer is going to hit. This really, I mean, it's not really a problem, but we can like cut this, and it's fine.
Yep, I'd say we do that.
We just do shit. We can probably do it with a knife.
Yep, we are.
All right.
We will.
Oh, that's such a look at you cutting that shit. Oh, it's good there. Yeah, you just keep going. There you go. Oh, it's like butter, dude. Bam. Oh. Just a little bit at the bottom. But otherwise, it's golden. Oh yeah, that's good. That's solid. If you're curious how we're jacking this up, we jacked it off, or we jacked it up with using the jacked it off. You got that? Wow. We jacked it up using the
not that kind of show here.
The diff slash axle slash whatever you want to call it. Let's see if it gives you the same trouble. I don't know. Maybe after driving it won't, but it wouldn't come off. Yeah, I'm telling you, do it. Yep, BFH.
Get hit with the side too.
Yeah.
See? A little bit
we gotta convert those to discs one day.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
All right, dude.
It's a
Do it.
Yes, this
Is that the runner you guys went and picked up?
It is.
Oh, the one between the legs.
We went from those to these.
Yeah, it's back in my driveway.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, it looks pretty damn
That's pretty damn good. Yeah, it's just a little bit of poke, but the over fenders or the stock style wide body will cover that up, but that's good. And as for the torque specs, there's a few different things saying online. Some are saying 83, some are saying 81 or 97. We're just gonna do, what are you thinking, 90? We'll do
97.
All right, screw it. We'll do 97 and should be good. We'll pay attention to it. Not a simple, I thought we just pull this off, but that's not how it works. My buddy thought the same thing. Looks like we have to take this plate off for the air conditioning heater, HVAC, whatever you want to call it. Underneath here, there's two bolts to remove. You can simply just pull on these tabs to bring that off, so you can easily pop that off. Just use a trim removal tool. I'm gonna be an idiot. I'm gonna use this giant ass screwdriver. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, underneath here, there's a screw there. There is a screw up there. Those are the only two. There is another one here, but that's not necessary to remove. It's just this one and this one that's holding this in. So we're gonna do that next. Looks like it's just a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, after those are off, I believe it should come off. So it does look like it does get caught on the bottom here on this other trim, which apparently is easily removable. So I'm just gonna put that back. So to remove that, you have to do the emergency brake one, I believe. Okay, looks like that's just simple as pulling up. I don't want to completely let's see if I can just leave that there, because I don't really honestly want to disconnect all the wires here. It's not like it's hard, but I want to try to keep this here and just do this. There we go. It's a little easier. And then, you know, obviously if you want to be better than me, you can be, and go ahead and remove everything, but there's clips obviously, so be careful. Then there's another one here on the side. There we go. And boom, you're at the stereo. So I'm lazy, I don't want to remove all this, so I just want to be able to get to these screws, which there's 4 of them, one here, and then obviously on the upside, Phillips. I'm going to remove those, take this out, and then get to the new one. All right. Okay, so that is out. You don't have to worry about this black one because that's the CD player attached to the main head unit, so that's irrelevant. But otherwise we're pretty close. I might try to use the bracket that's on this stock one to the aftermarket one, but we'll see how the aftermarket one is and go from there. But that wasn't too bad. As for radio, I went with the ATOTO S8 standard. This is their newest version. It's got 4 gigs of RAM, I believe. Oh, it's right there. It's 3 gig model, 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gig internal memory, but you can also have an SD card and a bunch of other things. It comes with a bunch of options. You get a USB, so you can run USB on each side, both driver and passenger. Also, you got a GPS antenna. I already took it out, but you also have a Wi-Fi antenna. Now, the Wi-Fi can be used for many things, but mainly you're going to use it for a hotspot. But that's also an option that we're going to run in. I do have a reverse camera I'm going to put in, and looks like I might end up using their mounting solution, but I'll kind of go with that and figure it out. I'm going to try to route the Wi-Fi, I believe, just keep it in here since it's mainly for GPS. So inside the, underneath the dash, and then the GPS I'm gonna run up here by the top of the windshield. But the Wi-Fi, since it's really for hotspot, I'm gonna keep it under here because really that's fine. But for the GPS antenna, I'm gonna try to run it from the side up to here. And then of course you also have your mic for the wireless calling when your phone's attached, and I might run that up here as well and connect it to possibly like right here at the headliner, or maybe somewhere in the middle. We'll see how I decide to route that. So for the GPS, I ran it through the passenger side footwell, right through here. There's a hole. I got up here where I'm going to connect it to the head unit, and then down here I'm going to route this wiring, and it's going to go to the side, and I'm going to have it on the passenger side for the GPS, so that way the mic is separate from where the GPS is. I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing. I don't know why I'm doing, really, I don't have a proper reason, just I'm gonna put it over here for the GPS and then over there for the mic.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
Oh, I'm not playing there. Back to work. I had to play a little bit, okay?
Clearly.
A little bit.
You're not pulling this at all.
I do go. I'm surprised that cop didn't say shit to me. I was like waiting for him to roll down his window and say something.
We got time.
If he would have made me kill the motor, I would have been like, alright, can you start this back up so I can go?
Nah, man, I mean, let's be real. The guy that stopped us when we had the 240 that one time, he didn't really give a shit. He was just like, what are you guys up to? Oh, we just got it going. All right, cool. Just be careful.
Huh. I don't know.
Maybe some new headlights.
Oh yeah, I have some that I want, but they got projectors in them, so you can run LEDs and stuff. But they're $1,000. Yeah, so I gotta wait on that.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be ultimately one of those things I want to get.
Tires and rims make this thing look better.
I know, right? It's crazy what wheels and tires can do.
Okay. They just cleared the front.
Okay, so as for the wiring on the device or on the head unit, I'm using the METRA 701761 harness, 1987 and up from Toyota. I already took it out of the packaging. As for how you wire up, my buddy taught me this. I'm horrible at wiring. I hate it. I'm scared of it, whatever you want to call it. But usually you can match color for color. But just in case you can't, the head unit I got labeled all the colors on what they are, and the harness packaging on the back will tell you what its colors are, and I've checked and they all match. So basically in this, with this, it's color for color. Sometimes they may not be true, but in this situation it is, from what I can tell after matching all these up. To get these two connected, we're going to be using what are these things called? Butt connectors. Yeah, butt connectors. I'm using a 22 to 16 gauge butt connector for these, just because from what I can tell that looks to be the best possible size. I do have 16 or 14 here as well, but I think we're going to use these small ones, or at least I'm going to try these small ones first, see if that works out. Like when I do this, like it sticks about there. That's okay. That's all right. I think that's all right.
It's okay.
Feels good to me. Okay, so that's pretty much all of them. There is a camera one here. There's a few that we're not going to use. They're like for smart key or steering. Oh, I'm sorry, steering wheel key. I don't know what that is. I'm not going to use it. There's an amplifier one, also not using it. But there's a rear camera one. That one we will be using, but we're going to do that one in the car because we're going to route the wire for the camera and then get it hooked up. But first, heat shrink. I'm trying. That's easier said than done. All right, what do you think? Is it gonna fit? You think the stock one will work? What's great of this company, ATOTO, is they provide these plates that you attach to the unit, since their unit's obviously a little slimmer and smaller. And if you attach this, then you can actually run the stock mounting. So that's perfect. That's what we'll end up doing.
Go.
Hey, I need a very, 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 very small screwdriver for these 3 bolts.
But now we're getting my fancy screwdrivers.
Oh yeah, that fit. That worked.
Okay, cool. I don't have to go get my fancy screwdrivers. They're not really fancy. I think I take like.
I'm just happy we can use the stock bracket. That's always way better than using the aftermarket shit.
Well, actually, we can make all these holes work.
Oh yeah, you could. Just makes it, I guess, a lot easier. There you go. Do that too.
Ooh. Yeah, here, so this is how it seals. So when you put it in there a lot, the glue inside that
Oh, I see.
comes out and
I
goes through those
see.
holes
I didn't
to
know.
stop
I didn't know about the glue.
the metal.
To fully use the proper METRA wiring harness, you have to take out this amp that's down here, and these are the actual harnesses that you're gonna, now you can leave the amp in here, that's up to you. I'm gonna take it out so that way it's just not sitting there for nothing, because this connection doesn't actually work with the harness, but these two that come from bottom of the amp do. So I'm gonna just take this out, get rid of it, and then we're just gonna use this to connect our radio up.
What's wrong? Make
You know-
sure the pins are okay.
Well, that's the problem.
The pins are bent there.
It's not that they're bent, they're like... There it is.
Oh,
There
not everything's perfect.
it is. Exactly, it's not perfect. So the way we routed the camera was, there's this grommet they use to run the tow wiring. It goes from there underneath under there, so that's where we ran it. I'm going to connect it to the actual hitch bar. It won't be 100% center, but having a camera is better than nothing. So even if it's not 100% centered, it's, like I said, it's better than nothing. But that's how we ran it. Now we're going to run it down the center underneath the carpeting all the way to the head unit.
So our top one is
So
over.
pink and blue is the power, and then the white and black is probably the ground.
Yep,
we're gonna go with
That's
that.
the ground. Well, because the ground wires are
Oh
white,
yeah, they're
white with the
attached,
black right there.
and they're attached to that.
So the pink
ground
and blue
bolt.
is right there. So
So we're gonna attach the ground to the bolt that's over here, where all the other grounds are mounted to, and then we're gonna use a T-splicer to splice into the proper. We're gonna use a T-splicer to tap into the power wire for the reverse to trigger the camera.
Why do they gotta make stuff so difficult? It's right here. It's not lost. Get off this electrical tape. You got it.
I mean, do we have to? Can we just do it right here?
I mean, if you want, sure, go ahead. You're a pain in the ass.
You think so?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You think it's going to be a pain in the ass?
Yep.
Are you saying not to do it this way?
I mean, you could do it that way. That's fine. I'm okay.
Are you
with it.
saying you wouldn't do it just because it would be a pain in the ass?
I would take off the. If it were me, I would just take off the electrical tape so I have. Off. It's just down on the ground.
Okay, come on. Come on. Oh, that hurts.
See? I was doing something just sitting here. Do it.
That's on.
Yeah?
Yeah. Connect that power.
Look in the connector.
I love these T-clamps, man.
I've never used them.
They made shit so much easier.
Ugh. Damn, they're hard to get in.
And they're supposed to fit in pretty snug. They're pretty in there. I mean, yeah, that's it. There you go.
Technically, it should work.
All right, time to test it. All right. So much cleaning up to do once this is finally... All right, power. This thing is on instantly, dude. Oh my God, it's like instant turn on. Came on. Because we're gonna use, we have to use the reverse wire to trigger the camera. We're also had to remove the taillights. To remove the taillights, it's 2 bolts, and then you slide it over to the right. There's 2 tabs that go here. You do have to tap on it to kind of force it out, but that'll work. But while we're here, we're just gonna go ahead and replace the taillights with the new purchased ones. Go ahead and show them the lights there, my guy. Yeah, we're going with a little different design, aftermarket, but we also do have, oh yeah, let's show them the difference. So, stock, not stock. What do you think? I like the new one.
I like it a lot better too.
Yeah, that black housing and everything. And while we're there, we're gonna replace the bulbs with some LEDs. Now, I'm not gonna do turn signals because turn signals require a proper resistor to not cause hyperflashing. I don't want to deal with resistors, but I am doing the reverse and the tail lights. I don't know if they're polarity sensitive, but we'll find out because I'll go hit the brakes.
Yeah, hit the brakes. I'm going to get blinded. Oh yeah.
Works?
Turn on the lights.
Dude, that's
just turn on the running lights. Hit the brakes. Whoa, shit.
That's awesome. Hold on, let's check.
I don't want to be blinded, so I'm going to put it in the thing. It looks pretty cool with it in. Okay, brake. Whoa, crap.
Is it on?
No. Yeah. Yeah, you can light up the whole neighborhood with it. Somebody don't see you backing up, there's an issue.
There's a problem. So those tabs in there.
Oh man. Extra crazy.
There it is. And give it a little tap. Little tap of room.
Because then if the bottom one's in, I might not be able to move it around as much. I think I got it. Yep.
Look at those pretty lights. Fuck, that's a big ass bulb.
Yeah. I think you want overkill on the reverse.
Nah, you think
want
so?
I want you to stare into it, and I'll turn it on.
Why would I stare into it? That's a bad decision on
I'm gonna
everybody.
let you stare into it, okay?
Listen, it's to tell people I'm coming through.
It's to tell people to get the fuck out of the way. Because you ain't stopping for nothing.
It is to tell people to get the fuck out of the way. That's true.
There we go.
All right. So here's the left one stock.
So here,
Right one's LEDs with new taillights. So that's the brakes. That's the running?
That's the running light.
Okay.
That's the brake.
Jesus Christ. That's like the sun to the... That's the sun. That's wannabe sun. Holy shit. That's great.
Yeah, that's with the running lights on the brake.
And then turn signals are just basic. We can't try them right now, but
Oh, they don't work.
they're just basic bulbs. I'm coming back after the fact. Apparently I never recorded this part. Sorry about that, guys. I don't like not recording the actual process, but it is what it is. It happened. What we ended up doing is we we self-tapped into the chrome bumper. We got it as close to center as possible with the camera. As I showed underneath, we ran the wire, and then we ran the wire through underneath here all the way down through there, all the way on the side of the passenger side. So behind this plastic, routed it all the way there. You take this to get as much space underneath here as possible. You want to just take these screws off to get access that grommet where you're going to run the wire, and then you run it all the way to the passenger side. And then we ran it through the passenger side plastics here. We obviously had to unscrew these two screws to get underneath there, and we ran it all the way over there until we got, and of course in the front here as well. And then we ran it underneath here, and it's connected to the back of the unit. And of course, as you can see, we have it all back connected and it's working. I apologize for not showing this, but it's just the reversal of taking it apart, put the head unit in, screw it in, and then put everything back the way it was. But it is now officially in there. And here is the official final setup for now of the car with the wheels and tires. It looks fantastic. I will have to, I've been driving it for a bit, so I will have to raise it up, because the front, when you turn and if there's a lean to it, it does still rub just a little bit. So I will have to do the best I can lowest I can find is like 1.5 inches for all the way around, and that's what I want to do. I want to keep it even, so I'm going to do 1.5 inches lift at some point. But yeah, it's so far it's looking good. And for the head unit, just so you guys can see, yeah, it's pretty quick. That's this is actually the longest it's ever taken. It is possible because it's literally freezing outside, but usually this head unit turns on pretty fast. Not much waiting. This is the first time it's taken this long. Once again, it is freezing outside, so it is possible that's why, but everything functions like it needs to. If we go into reverse, camera comes on. Just a slight delay in the camera coming on, but it pretty much gives me everything I need to do to see for my backup. The Bluetooth works phenomenally. So far, no issues. It connects instantly. The phone's not on me, so you can't see it, but normally if you go to one of these, it'll already show that the phone is connected. And the actual head unit has many features itself. If you do the home button, it'll take you to where all the apps are. It's very smooth. I honestly use it just for the Bluetooth, and the Bluetooth automatically connects for the music. I actually haven't been touching any of the other features. Later on I will. And of course, because this has a Wi-Fi antenna and you can do hotspot, you do hotspot on your phone, it can connect to it, and then you can run the GPS directly on it. Also as well, it does have capable of Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So if you connect it, it will work with that if that's something you're interested in. But so far, it's been working great. And just one last time to see it in the daylight. I mean, it looks, I absolutely love it with these wheels and tires, and the tail lights, I think, just add to it. Can't wait till I can do the actual more body stuff on it with the new side rails, the new bumpers, headlights, grill, the over fenders that I actually have for it, but I still haven't put it on because I kind of want to work on the body. Although, yeah, I do have to do the body, because I was going to say here the body is decent, but I have to do the body before I can do that. But otherwise, so far very happy with it.